will also be. Well, this is an occasion for me. I'm happily married 2 years today. 1974 and 1985. Actually, I'm married 42 years. Wow. It's a long time. Although with the wind chill factor, it feels like about 50. That's how it is. One of the things I don't understand, even though I've been married for 42 years, is understanding women. You know, they're a real puzzle to me. I'm careful, yeah, I know. You could say the same thing in reverse. Matter of fact, when I go into stores now, you know how when you go into stores and they say, is there anything I can help you with, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes they say, do you have any questions? And I say, yes, can you help me understand women? And you should see the looks on these people, you know, on the salesperson's face. Like, I tried that once at Borders, and the person, I said, can you help me understand women? And so he said, just a minute, sir. And he went, you know, and he looked at the list of things, where they had the women's books and all that. And I said, I already looked. It's between sugar and spice and everything nice. To help me understand women. And he came back and he said, sorry, sir, we had that last holiday season, but, you know, we can't answer that question now. So if you can wait until the next Christmas, we'll be able to answer that for you. You know, one of the things that came out, it's interesting, one of the things that your and my government paid for recently was a study that showed that women talk 3 times as often and much as men. Can you believe that? That's where
No comment.
women like to talk. In my family, my wife likes to talk so much that she's actually come to the point where she talks to herself because, you know, I listen sometimes, but she, you know, and I say, yes, and she says, no, I wasn't talking to you, and I know there's nobody else. She's talking to herself. One of the things that women seem to know, guys, corroborate this with me, one of the things that women seem to know is when sports comes on TV. Because as soon as ESPN comes on, they start talking. Is that, I mean, right? Yeah, you know that. It's like they could be quiet the whole evening, or we could be riding to Los Angeles, there's silence. As soon as the sports scores come on, she wants to talk. It's always really very fascinating. And, you know, I come home and I'm tired and I don't really want to talk so much sometimes. If she said you want to have sex, that would be different. But most of the time, she just wants to talk. And I want to have sex. So we tried to figure out what would be one of these, I'll give to you and you give to me. So now we talk during sex. And we call that tit for chat. That's the exchange that we have. I see you laughing too. You understand. It's, you know, it's hard. My wife is slinking down over there, like, please, nobody notice that this is me. So, you know, women like to talk a lot. Another thing I don't understand is why does it take us 5 minutes to get ready, and women it takes like an hour and a half? Why? Who has any ideas about that? Well, here's what I discovered, because I was on my way over here, and I looked at my counter in the bathroom and her counter in the bathroom. Now, my counter had shaving cream and a razor, deodorant, some kind of aftershave stuff, and that's it. Now, her counter had facial treatment cleansing gel, ultimate lift cream, balancing toner, super age-defying serum. Now, it wasn't just age-defying serum, it was super age-defying serum. eye concentrate, lip potion, flower bomb, lip gloss. I mean, it's just like on and on and on. So I never understand that. The other thing I don't understand is why women, when they leave a restaurant to go home, put on lipstick. You put on lipstick before you go home? Why do you put on lipstick? You're going home. So I asked my wife, why do you put on lipstick? And she says, I feel naked without it. So first thing I say is, can you hold that feeling please? Until we get home. And we'll see where it goes. And then when she looks in the closet the next time we're about to go out, and she looks in the closet, she says, I have nothing to wear. I say, put on lipstick. That should do. People ask me if I've had any interesting experiences working at Alliant. And some of you know I go to Hong Kong, I teach in Hong Kong. And one of the fascinating things, last time we went to Hong Kong, we went to Bali, we went to Thailand. And when you're in Hong Kong, they bombard you in the streets with, do you want a knockoff watch? Do you want a knockoff shirt? Do you want a knockoff purse? Because they make anything that you want, and it looks exactly like the original. So if you want a Dolce & Gabbana purse, you know, they make it for you. Matter of fact, I saw one family, a mother, father, and a kid, talking to one of these people, and they actually followed him inside. Next day I was walking back to class, the same family came out, they had twins. Identical twins. You could not tell that one of them was a fake.